Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I wanted to come and continue this discussion about the spiritual ascension path. I wanted to thank you very much for your donations. It's really helping me right now. And also thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I wanted I didn't talk about all of that in the French video. So anyway, so I just wanted to say different things. The first thing is it's important to ignore as much as possible all the plans of the dark, not to discuss it, not to criticize it, not to fuel it, because it gives consent in some ways. Like they don't like it, but they talk about it. So we'll continue to do it. Shift your focus and talk about those things that empower you, that empower people, and use the light rather than the conflict, just to keep a high frequency, so we can participate in the realization of the plan of God. And the plan of God is right now is the liberation of this planet, and that has to be the liberation of humanity, because humanity is in charge. So we're going to have to do a certain work to remove all of the parasites that have been parasites, but the dark ones that have this dark agenda of total destruction and destruction of humanity and enslavement of humanity. It's no longer appropriate, and they know it, but they bluff. There's a lot of things. It's just bluff, 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 bluff. They have no power to do what they're proposing, and so just do not be fooled by do not give them more power than they deserve. And so, for the Earth was dominated by a dark agenda for millenniums of time. It was a dark age, but now we're moving into the Aquarian age, which is a prelude to a golden age, which will lead to a platinum age, and which will lead to the spiritualization of the planet. We'll move into light and life in 100,000 years, maybe, but we can enter into this golden age from now into and through the next 4 generations, it will be completely integrated, and everything, all the last debris, the cosmic debris of the dark age will be removed. But it will take some time, but we don't need to wait for that so much. I wanted to, for those who can accept the fact that the universe is teeming with life, and there are countless civilizations in the universe. The Earth has a great deal of attention. There's thousands of great big ships, maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of ships. You can count them up, but they're all cloaked, and they're invisible. But some of them are really big. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands, see millions of people sometimes in those city ships. The city ships, the mother ships, represents the apex of the technology of each civilization. They're sending the representative, and it's like so comfortable to live in those ships. I haven't seen many of them, but quite a few, more than the average person. But there was one ship that's inviting. We all invited to ask to go, and we'll go during our sleep time, or maybe consciously, or in meditation. It's called New Jerusalem. It's the ship of the Commander Ashtar and the Lord Sananda. It's the commanding ships. But personally, the first ship I visited was in 1992 in Miami. I was living in Miami at the time. I was invited to see a ship named the Athena. It's a great Arcturian ship. It's not huge in size, but it's so beautiful and so technologically advanced. And it's perfect for the mission they're doing here. It's one of the greatest ships. For they have a lot of ships and all around the galaxy, and there are ships that come from very, very far away, like the Andromedan. Imagine the Andromedan; they have to traverse millions of light years just to be able to come into this galaxy and to be able to interact with us. So they have amazing technologies. When I visited these ships, I visited many different rooms and specialized places. I was also in the command center. They allowed me in the command center. It was just hardly describable. I met the captain and some of the crew, and yet they have this special room when they receive the commanders, the ascended masters. It's a room that amplifies a higher light even to receive them, so they can come and go from this room into, because it's always the commander that commands the mission. The captain the ship, but the commander commands the mission. And so the Pleiadians will probably be the leading the show, because they're the closest in terms of first contact. They might decloak at some point. We're not privy to what's going to be happening. Sometimes some things. I receive a lot of information, but it's more about my personal life right now. It's so amazing. I also wanted to say it's very important to have projects. So it's not about just waiting for Nessara, Gesara so that we can drink margarita and watch football on TV. We have to have projects to contribute. I'm just sorry, maybe I'm being satirical. But it's okay to have a margarita or to watch TV. It's okay, but we do have to have a project. We have to contribute to the golden age. So and to make this project manifest as soon as possible is what I'm working on. But this project is going to be quite amazing, and we, at this point we're really participating in the plan. It's going to have a great. Very, very powerful impact. All that we sense is supported by the universe, and for a few cards. The observer of the day is regeneration. There is a great deal of regeneration and activation of our light body on a cellular level. The highest wisdom is here and now. For there is only here and now. There is nothing else. For in terms of from the here and now, you can go into the past or you can go into the future. You can go into alternate reality. From within the now, all the possibilities are there. And when you look at the future, there is the possible, the probable, and the certain. For it's good to base yourself on certainty. I know for my project, to say it's a certainty. It's not like a probability or possibility. But a lot of things that people consider to be the certainties are actually possibility or probability. They just they're bluffing once again. They don't know that. So it's okay to get a sense of attitude and say, well, I'm sure of that. But it's only what the universe will want to manifest. So it's about here and now. Just we don't know. Tomorrow will come, hopefully for us. But there is certain certainties. The sun will rise tomorrow. It's like that's pretty a certainty. You can pray, unless we pass on during the night, and then we'll see it from afar. What we need to understand is to be the observer, to be completely neutral in relationship to all that is coming. That's a little bit what I'm discuss a little bit further. And then what we need to do is to be the equitable beings, to be balanced, to be temperated, to be transparent, to be just, to be honest. Important to be honest. And the outcome is to go far. It's a new marathon that's going to be opening before us, because as soon as the doors open, it's not just going to be, of course, it's going to be vacation and pleasure and all that, but it's going to be a lot of work but meaningful work, and it's going to be very meaningful. For I'm having some very surrealistic dreams in relationship to my relation, to my social life, to my romantic life, to my family life. Like God is breaking all the limitation I had in my mind to align me with something completely different. That's like very different than what this society could be expressed. But I have to trust and flow, and to like no attachment and go with the flow, and for it's only joy in many ways. And right now, a lot of because it's like my situation was a little bit complicated in my head in relationship to karmic relationship, a deep relationship I had within, and spirit has been. It's like they showed me something else. So it's like, I also wanted to say that the dark have been fooled. They've been fooled to believe that if they reveal the truth, they're gonna stay in power. By revealing the truth, they're gonna implicate themselves into something that people will want to remove them. So it's part of the process, and just. What's important is not to look at it with judgment or to take side. For it's important to have stamina. Stamina is the ability to. I gotta get a haircut. I'm seeing that. It's like, no matter what I do, it go all over the place. I was gonna shave, but maybe I'll just get a haircut and see what goes. It's like so superficial. The hair is like the most superficial part of the body, and so stamina is the ability to not get distracted over any obstacle, any delays, anything. To be able to go forward no matter what. To never let go. To never. And that is to come in alignment with our higher self, understanding our higher self as a higher self, and a higher self as even a higher self. Only God does not have a higher self. He is the higher self of all beings and all things. Yet we can conceive, as we know, that there is 3 levels of experiential deity. The supreme, that's what we seek to. The supreme is the oversoul of the grand universe. The supreme has a higher self, which is the ultimate, the oversoul of the master universe. And the supreme ultimate, we could conceive that the deity absolute would be the higher self of the supreme ultimate. But there is nothing beyond the absolute. The absolute, there is only one absolute on the absolute level. It can encompass all things. It never changes. It's beyond space, beyond time, beyond change, and so it encompasses all things. So it's so for right now we're seeking to align with the God of time and space, the true, which is true, the truth, the beauty, and the goodness. For we can see some of the things that are true, some of the things that are beautiful, and some of the things that are good through philosophy, art, and science. But what is truly good, truly beautiful, and truly uh, uh, um, and truly real is God. That's what it is. It's the supreme. For every action has a reaction from the universe. Sometimes it creates a lot of pain and suffering because the actions aren't really that just. So it's like it's important to align our actions and to be conscious. All of that is called evolution. No matter what we do, the universe will react accordingly. The universe will never be I don't know what to do in relationship to something. God already knows the choice we make before we make it, and so He's already prepared for everything. Yet He knows He has certain plans, and he will use his wisdom in a silent way to make things happen the way he wants to. Well, I'm sharing my thoughts and ideas. I hope they resonate with you. To me, war is always a lose-lose situation. Well, in the past, it was an engine of evolution, I understand. But right now, it's like we get to come to the understanding that even if we win a war, there is the lost in the human lost makes it a lost. There is no matter what. So it's like never use war, violence, conflict, and it's like that really is just a nonsense. And it's like except in self-defense. If you're in self-defense, you have the right to defend yourself. There is no karma, absolutely no karma. If you're going to be invaded and you defend yourself against aggressor or like whatever, it's like that's acceptable. So in the future we'll have defensive weapon, but no more offensive weapon. The Galactic Federation has all ships have defensive weapons against dark forces or dark ships, and they even have offensive weapons, but they'll never use it. They have powerful weapons that could destroy planet in like this, but they never used it. There's no point. They just wanted to, they master that, but they would never use it. Everybody will be held accountable for there. They know that everybody's like responsible of all that is going on. So it's like everybody will be held accountable, and but we do need to stand for peace and to avoid excite or judge what is going on in order to stay in alignment with the ascension process. For it took a lot of efforts to move into physicality, and now we're trying to return to the point of light. And we're going to be learning about the architecture of the universe, of the sub-universe, the 12th dimension of our sub-universe before we move beyond. Also wanted to thank a certain groups which we call the whales and the dolphins. They've been present on the earth for a very long time, and they're maintaining a fifth dimensional frequency. Dolphins come from Sirius originally. A lot of them are leaving and they're crashing on the sea. They're going into nets. It's not they could avoid that, but they're not connected. They're conscious of their eternal life, and they want human to take over the responsibility of the fifth dimension. When you hear the sound of the whale, the dolphin, it affects the DNA in a profound way. Whales that come from a star named Canopus, and they're actually group souls that live in those great big bodies, and they're wonderful beings. We want to keep as much as possible. I'm very connected to them. I have many friends that are dolphins, and I can understand the language of the whales. I was very surprised once I was getting a massage. It was many decades ago, and I was getting a massage, and the masseuse was playing this tape of the sound of the whale. And while I was getting the massage, I could understand the conversation that was going on. It was like very interesting. Just like very interesting. What we need to it's the science of the heart, and the spiritual science is really what. And for that, we need to develop the silence of the mind. The more we're silent in our mind, the more we are able to move into the higher planes, the higher frequencies. And so, well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I hope you continue to prepare for what you've been wanting. It's like freedom and happiness is really the main thing we're seeking. Well, everybody's seeking different things, but and for me, this is like what Spirit announced me this morning. It's going to be. I really have no clue about the logistic or how this can happen. It's like it's surreal almost, but it's very personal. It's certain things I cannot talk about, but it's just very mysterious, very eager to do have to develop patience in any event before it can actually come together. But there's a lot of wonderful things coming up. I'm going to finish with a song. I thank you very much for staying with me, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and for your donations. I thank you. It's very kind. It really helps me for now. And so I'm gonna finish with the song. It talks about gift coming. It's called Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Song rang to my mind from an old Frank Sinatra album. It goes like this. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, he's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, he's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. I really have to, I'm going to try to resist, I'm going to try to get not to get my head shaved. Because no matter what I do, it's just go all over the place. Sorry, it's because I see myself in the reflection here. It's like the observer that is the revelation to allow the revelation. When you go to sleep at night and you wake up in the morning, it can become a bridge, a way for your higher self to communicate. At some point, but first we're cleansing, we're clearing, we have nightmares, we're clearing negative energy, so we have dreams and fantasies, and eventually just for like many days, every day I receive amazing messages. Every time I wake up in the morning, it's like whoa. And so the revelation will come also on the outside plane, but the highest wisdom is the reward, to accept the reward, to be to know you deserve the reward. What needs to be understood is justice, balance, equity. For there is so much injustice in this world. We're here to bring back this justice, this balance, this harmony, for all to enjoy. What we need to do is friendship, to give out friendship and to receive friendship. And there's going to be a lot of new friends that are going to be coming in. We're going to creating this great community of friends. This true friendship is a form of love. Friendship is very powerful, and the outcome will be abundance. It's like really the abundance means to be able to do whatever we want to do, whenever we want to do. That's the true meaning of abundance. Well, I hope this resonates with you. I wish you a wonderful day, a lot of abundance, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.